CEO of your life.
It was chapter 8, breaking the chains, breaking the cycles of the things are not benefiting my business.
Chapter 7, coming full circle to my why, because I need a focal point, no pun intended as a designer.
Chapter 4, but package the offer. That was my struggle, putting that price together and believing in that price.
Managing the machine, really just thinking about managing what we're doing, standing what we're doing, and really fine-tuning how this thing is going to run.
Chapter about the self-belief. And everything that I do, I always get caught up in whatever is going on around. Throughout this process, I have made myself the focal point.
Welcome to the CEO Mastermind Season 3 reunion. Today, we will be talking to the CEOs from Season 3 with special guest host, Selah Brooks. If you guys have not been locked in to the season, you're still going to get the goods right here, right now. So without further ado, I bring to you Coach Selah Brooks.
What's up, y'all? It's Season 3 reunion, baby. Let's go. Man, first and foremost, I want to say, Coach, thank you for having me as the guest host. I'm really excited. And I am a Season 1 participant. So I know how exciting this moment is. I know what it means to finally hit the finish line and do the reunion. So if all of our CEOs, if you guys have your mics on right now, I would love for you guys to give yourself a round of applause for making it all the way to week number 10. There has been some challenges, there has been some setbacks, but y'all overcame. And I want to say, man, I'm so proud of all of y'all. So give yourself one more round of applause. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, CEOs.
So we're gonna get right into the show. Y'all know how I like to do it. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Coach. I think she did that. Thank you, Coach. Sound effects in here. But y'all know I like to get right into things. I like to start off by kicking the doors down. So I'm going to start off with Miss Mina. I want you to kick us off today. So during week 1, I know we all had some challenges at some point. What challenge did you face week 1 into the mastermind? Ms. Mina, can you hear me?
I don't know if you guys can hear, but I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, we're gonna go to somebody else until she get it together. Rissa, what challenges did you have week 1? Nah, I'm calling you out, girl. Don't make the face. What challenges did you have week 1?
Week 1, I think I was just trying to figure out where to begin. I didn't know where I was. And I think probably about week 3, I figured out I was starting from scratch. So week 1, I really was just trying to figure out where to begin for real.
Okay. All right. What about Sharice? Sharice, what challenges did you have for week 1?
Week 1, my challenge was narrowing it down. Because I was just doing it for everybody, doing what I wanted to do as a hobby instead of doing it to get paid. So it was hard to narrow it down and kick everybody away and say I don't do that for free anymore.
So that first time that you had to do that, you had to get somebody the boot. You see what I'm saying? You had to give them the boot.
I did.
What did that feel like for you?
It was devastating because, you want to help your friends grow. You want to help, but it's the ones you want to help grow that don't want to help you grow, and you have to narrow it down. So even though it was painful, I had that coach on the line, like, Coach, I can't do it. He was so sad, and she was like, Yeah, yeah, he'll get over it, and I got over it too. So now I'm getting paid. So
Did
I
did
love it
you
here.
did you feel empowered though?
Yes, I did. I did. I
That's
did.
good.
I
That's
did.
good.
Yes, it felt good too.
Let's get it. All right, Shauna.
My question too. I got another question. Did it feel good to get that check?
Sharice, she said, did it feel good to get the check, girl?
Yes, it did. It feel good
Come
to
on
get
now.
paid. It
All right,
feel
I want to make
wonderful to get
sure.
paid. That's for sure.
Okay.
It's a bigger step up than no dollars. I love these dollars I'm getting now. Yes, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I feel you. With the gas being for something, we got to get the checks now. Come on. Got to get
Yes,
paid.
yes.
All right, Shauna, what challenges did you have week 1?
Hey everybody. So I would say my biggest challenge was staying focused, going rogue. I have a tendency to go rogue. I am a creative, so sometimes that means, I can start off with the plan and then my imagination and creativity just takes me everywhere. So my biggest challenge has been making sure that I stick to the plan and do not go rogue.
All right, yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What did you have times where you felt like you kind of veered off from the plan a little bit?
Always.
Always. What
Always.
what did you do to get back on track?
I had to get a little bit more organized. So I took my 10-week plan that Rachel created and I put everything in a binder. And I had to have it sitting out, like sometimes, you print it off or you leave it in your email. Like I had to have it printed off and sitting in my face every day. So when I met with the client and I had a project that I was working on, I'm like, oh, well, let me try this or let me do this, or this isn't working as fast as I wanted to. Let me figure out something else. I had to really sit myself down and talk to myself and say, no, let's go back to the script. So
Yeah, I
it
love
worked.
that.
The binders helped me stay organized this season.
Yeah, so basically what she's saying, y'all, she made a visual reminder. She kept that thing close. So when she veered off from the path, it's in the face with it. So I love that. All right, we gonna hit up Michelle. Michelle, what challenges did you have week 1?
My week 1 challenge was definitely making a decision to follow through with the plan. I'm big on change. Well, I'm hesitant on change. It's like I knew what I was doing, even though it wasn't necessarily working for me. I was comfortable doing it because I knew how to do it. So looking at that plan, like, ooh, am I gonna commit to this, or am I gonna, try to finesse my way through it? So it was definitely making that commitment.
Dope. I love that. All right, we're gonna try you again, Miss Mina.
Okay.
All right.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, hey man, it was my fault, not yours. So yeah, what challenges did you have week 1?
I would have to say week 1 is always going to be just deciding to let a lot of stuff go, like getting focused, getting on track. Week 1 is always the first week for us to look at Rachel's plan and be like, man, she actually want me to do this. You know what I mean? You read it that first time and you like, okay, it's like I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow because she does give the best direction. But it's always definitely I would just reading over the whole plan and knowing what I have to do over the next couple of weeks. That's my initial feeling in the first week.
I don't know about you, Coach, but I'm kind of hearing a reoccurring theme of like when they got week 1, they're like, okay, I got to stick to this plan now because this plan, that's something that y'all not used to. Mm-hmm. And so what Coach Rachel does really, really best is she takes where you are and gives you a roadmap to where you want to be, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's a roadmap. So if you look up 10 weeks later, don't be mad at the destination that you at if you didn't follow the map. That's right. You feel what I'm saying? She didn't gave you the map. So I'm glad to hear that everybody, they most definitely was sticking to the roadmap. And even if you veered off a little bit, you got right back on track because that's gonna happen. And so, all right, I'm gonna throw up the next question. I want to start with Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle,
yes, sir.
What what lies or what lies did you believe about growth and money before the 10 weeks?
That I needed money to make money. That's
Okay,
true.
explain that,
That
elaborate.
that's true. But I also need commitment, dedication in order to follow through on the plan that I was given, which helped me make money. So, I mean, I needed money, but I didn't need as much as I thought I needed to get started and to make more money.
Wow. No, I love that answer. And you know it's crazy because a lot of people when they say it take money to make money, right? But you also got to know what to do with it, and you got to have that discipline. You got to have that direction. Because let's say if you got a loan for like $100K for your business, you don't know what to do with it. And
Right.
sometimes there's a verse in the Bible. It says an inheritance given too early is a bad thing. So meaning like once you receive something too early and you're not mentally ready for it, you're gonna mess up the
You're
blessing.
gonna
So
blow it.
sometimes that journey is needed. So now, hey, guess what? When you get that cash flow, you already got the dedication, you already got the commitment, you already have a lot of the mental tools that you need to be successful. So I love that mindset. Uh Sharice, what lies did you believe when it come to money and growth before the 10 weeks?
That everybody's gonna be willing to give it to me.
Mm,
Yeah, but I really had to get in, break down, work for it, connect. So that was the biggest one for me. Like, oh, they're gonna pay you for what you do. But and the truth was told, I found that they really wanted to find a reason not to pay me for what I do. So
hmm.
that
So
was the biggest lie.
how did you combat that?
Um, I learned how to narrate that you do need me, and you want your brand to elevate. I went and found out what they did and where they would need me,
Hmm.
which coach helped and came up with a plan that and came back full force with a plan to elevate their brand that they never seen before. So then they was willing to give me their money. Like, okay, yeah, now we need you. Now
Yeah.
I see why we need you. So it was much easier to go in with
Mhm.
a plan.
Yeah, positioning is most definitely important. You got to position yourself. And I will say this too, man. We live in a world where strangers is quicker to support you than your friends and family.
True.
So if you starting a business to serve your friends and family, you better not quit your job. you know, you
That's
gonna
the
need
truth.
you gonna
Hey, that
need
is the woo.
yeah, you're gonna need support from strangers. So that's what I love when you said that you actually went out and to connect. That's what you need. You need connections. All right, Miss Mina.
Hey, it's so funny that you called me next because my answer was kind of the same almost as Sharice. I kind of feel like my lie was I believe the clients was just gonna be knocking at the door. You know what I mean? That they just was gonna be like, oh yeah, I need this, I need this. But it has is more of that's the lie. It's like no, they aren't just gonna come looking for you unless the
Mhm.
word of mouth is out there, which I'm trying to build that. Like, man, I would tell a friend to tell a friend how good the service is or what you've been getting done. But I definitely think that it was the misconception that the client's just gonna be rolling in, that it would be easy on that aspect.
Yeah, you want to know something? I just thought about this the other day. I think the biggest reason why it's hard for our friends and family to support us is because they remembered the old version of us before we stepped into our expertise and greatness.
Mm-hmm.
So like they probably don't and they see you all the time, right? And so if you see something or somebody all the time, it automatically decreases value, right? Have y'all ever heard the Steve Harvey clip where he was talking to Denzel Washington? And this is Steve Harvey, man, got like 6 TV shows, and Denzel was saying like, yeah, man, like they gonna go crazy over me, but they gonna just treat you like they can just run up to you and everything. He's like, man, what you mean I got 6 TV shows? He's like, yeah, man, because like they got, if they want to see me, they gotta get dressed, get in the shower, go out to see me at a movie theater. It's a
Mm-hmm.
night to see me on the screen. They can watch you in your pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when we see things all the time, it kind of gets devalued. So I just want people to know that like this is exactly why you actually do need to go talk to strangers, because there's no second chance at a first impression. So when you go meet them for the first time and you come with that positioning of high value, man, it's easier for them to pay you what you're worth. So, I'm glad to see that you guys are positioning and networking and connecting to go get that value.
Oh, yes.
All right, Shauna.
Say like it's Shayna.
Dana, listen, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You got to forgive me. They're gonna beat up. They're gonna beat up.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Sure.
So I think for me, it was realizing that my time was just as valuable as the services that I offer. I think a lot of people don't see the work behind decorating a room or designing a room. They think it's just a pretty picture. You go out, you buy a couple pillows, but I'm like, they don't see the hours that I spend having to research different companies and vendors to get the product that fits within their budget. They don't see the checking lead times, or even just having to go out and make sure that everything comes together, that the red is not the same as the Merlot, and I got to see them in person. So people think that, oh, she's good at it, she can just do it and she could just put it together. And it was when I had a basement that I decorated around the Christmas holiday, like I had 1 week to do it. The client literally, not on purpose, life kind of happened, but put it off. And we had to really create this dream room for her kids to surprise them on Christmas Day. And it took so much time, and I didn't charge what I should have charged, but it was in that moment when I realized that I was the one that was putting the floors down and building putting the accents and things on the walls. I'm like, this is beyond a full-time job, and I had to learn that one, see value in my time, but also make sure that I'm communicating to my clients that my time is valuable, and it's a lot of work that goes into making your room beautiful.
Right, especially in a 1 week time frame. And I learned this from the event space because I was new at this as well at one point. And if you want that 1 week turnaround, it's going to be extra because I don't have the time to prep. I'm gonna have to push things back, move things around, and you basically working double time to get it done. And so you most definitely right about your time, man. You got to respect your time, not just when you're working, but the behind the scenes time that goes into, delivering a full product. So, man, I want to clap it up for you because that's huge. Rissa, let's get it.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't believe no. I don't know. I don't even think I had no lies to believe. Like nobody. I ain't really think nothing for real. I mean.
All right, but there had to be some kind of, if you didn't have any lies or misconception, what was a brain unlock? Because everybody go into one thing thinking it's like this, and then they're like, nah, man, it's actually like that. Like what transformation did you see in yourself through like any challenges?
I guess my biggest transformation that I saw within myself was that I'm more confident than I think I am. Um, I think that it's easier to, like, when you go out to promote your brand and stuff like that. It's a lot easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Like you expect things to go one way and they don't necessarily go that way. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you just have to like pivot. You know what I'm saying? So I think the the biggest thing that I have learned is to pivot. You know what I'm saying? When the plan didn't go the way I wanted it to work out, you know what I'm saying? I figured out another way to make it work. Yeah, I just figured out how to pivot.
Okay. All right. All good. You got to pivot. Everything's a pivot. So I'm gonna throw up this next question. We gonna stay with you, Rissa, because I ain't gonna let you be in the back and be quiet now for the season finale. All right. So, what does discipline look like for you now compared to week one? I know that had to change.
Right now, discipline looks like going to bed on time. Not really hanging out as much as I want to, so that way I do have the time and the energy to get up and make the money that I need to make in order to fund my business. I think earlier in the 10 weeks, I was really, really lax. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, really easy to get caught up in the fact that everybody else kind of doing their own thing. Either everybody else got a 9 to 5, or they are okay with whatever situation they have set up. You know what I'm saying? But I am striving for something a little more than what I have now, and that takes just a little bit more discipline than what I had yesterday. So I can't necessarily be out all night. I can't necessarily deviate from my plan and stuff like that. I just have to focus on what I'm doing. Uh,
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
No, you know what? I like that because you know, look at this. Your boy keep a copy handy. You feel what I'm saying? And here, you know, she talks about, you know, the pillars of self, you know, and what you're doing is self-care and it's self-love, you know what I mean? Because you got to be disciplined for yourself, and then you have to hold yourself to a different standard than other people. They
Yeah.
can go out and do whatever they want to do, and it ain't no judgment, right? But you know that you want something greater, so you know what you had to do. You had to apply some principles. You feel me? You had to apply the.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. Shout
Thank
out to
you.
you. All right, here we go. Let's do Sharice. Sharice.
Um, Wait, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So now you good. You good. So what does self-discipline look like for you now compared to week one?
Oh, self discipline look
Yeah, the
like
discipline.
money to me now. It look like money to me now. Um, Before I
Mm,
was willing to do any and everything for free, for a friend, but now I'm very cautious on what I do and who I do it for.
yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
that financial discipline.
Yes, it
That financial discipline.
is.
People think financial discipline is just what not to spend. Nah,
Yes,
man, it's also understanding that what projects you shouldn't be taking, you know, which clients you shouldn't be taking. So
yes.
I do like that because I went had to go through a little journey like that myself. You know what I
Okay,
mean? So that's
mhm.
it's a good type of discipline.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Coach.
No problem, no problem. All right. So Shauna.
So self-discipline looks like for me, putting my prices up front and sticking to it. Not just sticking to the script, but communicating what my time is worth up front. And if there's someone who feels like it's too high, then that means that's not my client. Because the reality of it is I don't even really charge what I could or should be charging, what a lot of people do. But I feel like what I charge is comfortable for me and like what I can commit to it. And when people still feel like that's too high, I'm like, well, then we're not gonna be able to work together. Or I can give you different services that don't require as much time, like maybe something virtual. But I had to really restructure what I offer. And if people think that is too much, then I can't do it. And I had to really be intentional, like Cherie said, just saying no and being okay with it.
Yeah. No, and you know what? The first time you do that, or the first couple times you say no, it's a gut punch, you know, because some of us might be scaling back from the job to grow the business, or we want to grow our business so bad that we're willing to take anything, or sometimes you need the income from your business and from your job, you know. And
Mhm.
so when you say no, if it's a punch to the gut, but
Literally.
you know you're doing it for the right reasons. And you know that one no that you say to somebody, you might have another opportunity coming right around the corner for somebody who's actually going to pay. So hats off, and I salute y'all for that because it's not an easy thing to do. And I say your name right? Did I say it wrong this time?
You said it. It's Shayna. It's okay. I just tell people
Shayna.
long A, just
Shayna.
Shayna.
Okay, because I think it's playing with my mom because I can see it and I want to say Shauna. So
That's
Shayna. I'm gonna get it
I
right before the
appreciate
end of
it.
the finale.
That's all right.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
Michelle. You on mute. You on mute.
Can't hear you, Michelle. Go out and come back.
Yeah, you still on mute. I love the passion you talking with though.
Yeah, I was saying she was ready. She was ready.
No.
She couldn't wait for her turn.
Right. They take your time. Hey, ain't that what they say at church? Take your time now. Take your time.
Mhm.
Take your time. All right. Well, she jumped out. She might come back in. So let's get it, Miss Mina.
Okay, we talking discipline, man.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, I had to stick to them office hours. Okay, I would
Come
have
on
to
now.
say that was one of my biggest things because I was working day and night. Like clients would be calling me at 10, 11 o'clock at night because they know I'm up late, but and all of that. So I think I definitely had to stick with my office hours, which are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. Other than that, I think as far as the discipline, it was just making sure to stick with the plan. Do what it is that I say that I'm supposed to do. I'm still working on it, listening to Coach 100%. I listen to it, but she says that I don't, but I really, really do. I listen, but I know that, I just gotta get just a little bit better. You see her laughing, right? But
Hey.
I became much more disciplined. I did season 2 and now I've done season 3. So but I feel like, I needed it for the business. And I do continuously see how I'm learning, how the business is growing. I'm building. I want to save my good news for another question and not for this one, but it's like I'm doing the stuff that I'm supposed to do. And I feel like that in itself is me being disciplined when I could be all over the place.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know what? And I know this a little bit off topic. Y'all ever seen the 5 Heartbeats?
Of course.
Y'all know Big Red when he hung him off. Hey, what's my office hours? He done hung him off the house.
You know what, Selah? It's funny that you say that because that's exactly what I told her.
What?
That's exactly what I told her.
Yeah, she said that's the same thing that came to mind. My office hours.
Hey, listen, we I want to say this in a good way and a bad way. We should take our office hours serious like Big Red, but let's not go to jail, people. But I'm telling y'all,
I'm still lenient with it, but I gotta,
is really important. That is really important. And when you have people who don't understand that, sometimes you got to put them in any play. Listen, I don't answer past this or hit me back up tomorrow. But can anybody tell me what when we talk about the pillars of self, telling people your office hours, which pillar is that?
Sure, self-care.
Self-discipline, right?
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on now.
CEOs.
Yeah. Oh, and we had a comment. We had a comment from Sha Bliss Johnson. He said dope feedback from all of you. So y'all got to remember that people that's listening in, man, y'all are giving them gems. Y'all giving them feedback, and they might want to jump on another season. So I love the feedback. But we're gonna pause on the questions because I want to double back to Ms. Mina before I forget, and then I'll let anybody share. But Ms. Mina, what's the secret you talking about? What win did you have? What you want to share with us?
Well, I know we talk wins and stuff, and I'm just really excited because I just gained some new members on my team for us to bring in more clients, and I'm just super excited because Rachel has been telling me I need to build a team, build your team. So that is like my biggest win that I'm super excited about. I made the announcement on my social media pages today, and I got some amazing queens that are working with us that basically come from different backgrounds in media, in management, and more. And it's just gonna be so amazing. I'm excited.
Come on, man. Let's give her a round of applause for that. That's huge. That's huge. Everybody gotta build your own Golden State Warriors. You feel what I'm saying? You hear me?
Yeah.
And really, because now once you can delegate and you have a team around you, you can do what Coach say, which is focus on your area of genius. So, man, congratulations on that. We gonna keep this ball rolling. We were supposed to do this at the end of the show, but I wanted to be nosy. and see what she was talking about. Anybody else have any wins? So let's go. Shayna. Yeah. Got the name. Get names right around here on season 3 finale.
No, I appreciate it. I would say my wins, in addition to staying focused, I feel like I'm just in a really good place with my business. Things are starting to come to fruition the way I imagined them. So I recently just got my real estate license, and I've been wanting to do like home staging and, incorporated my interior design business with real estate. And so I'm getting out there. I'm using the plan that Rachel gave me. I'm passing out flyers. I'm making posts strategically, and my win is just being in a place that I've been wanting to be in for so many years.
Man, I love to hear that. Come on, we gotta clap that up right now, man. And you know what? Thank you, coach. Thank you, coach. Listen, and I want everybody to key in on this, because we can sit here and the finale is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be smiling, but I know for a fact that when I did my 10 weeks, it was nothing funny. I needed transformation ASAP. You know what I mean? I was on these calls sleepy. I was working night shift and doing it. And I love to hear that transformation. And here's the thing. 10 weeks is not a long time. It just sounds long. But if you take the 10 weeks serious, you can get a lot of transformation in that 10 weeks. So to hear her say that she got her license and then she's bringing certain things into fruition in 10 weeks. Imagine if you take the same mindset, the same attitude, discipline, right? And then you do that for 20 weeks, 30 weeks, 40 weeks, right? And then you're going to be looking back. They're going to be like, hey, man, like now you got all this stuff, money in the bank account, girl, probably got you a G6. You know what I mean? We're going to talk in fruition, but I'm so happy to hear that, because that's what this is about. So when people ask, like you personally, what changed during that 10 weeks? So what did you take away from the 10 weeks? Hey, I brought things into fruition in 10 weeks. When a lot of times without the right guidance and structure, it might take you 10 years before you get it right. And this is why having a coach is so important. This is why having a structured mastermind is important, because I know coach, she like, hey, listen, I want the growth. Where we at right now? Y'all know how she get down. She don't be playing. We're not going to be in the same place this week as we was last week. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
If I could just piggyback
all right, we're going to go back to. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was co-signing and agreeing with you that structure, the plan, because I haven't worked a full-time job. I haven't worked really any job in 2 years. I'm doing like work now on a consistent basis for a bigger project, but without Rachel's structure, I would have been all over the place. And like I told Rachel when I first started, I've had an interior design business since like 2016, 2017. And I've had projects here and there, and they just never, it was never consistent, because I was all over the place. Like she said, I'm known for going rogue and just being a butterfly and all over the place. So without Rachel's 10-week plan for 2 seasons, I can honestly, like, I wouldn't really even be here. So thank you, Coach.
You are so welcome. I appreciate that. That was very touching. Thank you very much, Shayna, for saying that. Because at the end of the day, all you guys know is all I want is success for you. I want you guys to be at the best possible place at the best possible time, and the best possible time is now.
And right. That's why we keep coming back and back for season after season. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about you being in season 5. He's already talked about being in season 5, guys. I've told Amina that we have to think upon it, because now this is me being serious, because at the end of the day, we have to remember the 10-week plan is about you executing the plan. If you sidetrack and only do 3 of those steps, you're coming back to the mastermind. I'm going to give you a new plan, and now you have 18 steps because you haven't done the first 7. You only did 3 of those 7. The whole point of the mastermind is to build upon each week's success or each week's foundation, because the foundation is how you grow. You can't grow from a weak foundation.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and some of y'all, basically what she's saying is y'all got to flap your wings and fly. Some of y'all gonna be on the CEO mastermind so long, y'all gonna have some pension in this month.
Hey,
Yeah,
I want the millionaires in the mastermind. I want y'all here, but I want to
yeah,
make sure that we're actually taking the steps that are necessary to be the person that you need to be to grow your businesses.
right, right.
So
All
actually
right,
taking those lessons seriously.
for sure. We're gonna jump to Miss Michelle. How we doing down here? How we doing? You still on mute. You still on mute. Uh, okay. No, we can't hear you. All right, we're gonna jump to Sharice.
Okay, what's the question again? Just trying to remember.
Um, dang, I don't forgot the question now.
Sharice in the scary movie, y'all.
Yeah.
The light went out, and I can't get up and fix it.
Man, hey, can somebody remind me what my question was?
We still
Coach.
talking about wins
Oh
or
yeah, the wins. The wins. What was your win from the 10 weeks? The biggest win.
The biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. The biggest to me was I went from no clients to 8. That's my biggest.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. I want to pause for a minute for station identification for Sharice Sloan. Speaking about her biggest win. So hold on one second. I want to make sure I close this down and shut this down a little bit. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Don't do it, coach.
It don't want to work right. Okay. First off, Sharice's biggest win. We're gonna step into it. We're not gonna have a conversation and play small. So as CEOs, remember, we don't play small. Playing small does what? If we're not shooting for the stars and we're just shooting for the desk and we hit the floor, we ain't going nowhere. So we want to shoot for the stars. So let's get to the biggest win. Sharice's biggest win was that she just threw a party where she didn't even think she was going to get as many people, half of what she got. She had 113 people in the spot. So let's call it a day. 113 people in the spot. She had people from out of town in the spot. She had people from Atlanta in the spot. People from the DMV in the spot. So she had people who came to her party. Not only did they come to the party, right now she has a floodgate of individuals who want to work with her. So when we talk about the biggest win, let's stand up. Let's stand up for that biggest win. Let's stand up for that.
Yeah. You know what?
Thank you,
I agree,
coach.
coach. I agree. Sharice, we can't downplay it.
But
Not at
You
hold
know,
all.
on.
that
That's
should
not
be it.
hold on. I understand, coach. I understand where you're trying to go and I appreciate you. But that's not my biggest win from the mastermind. I'm a promoter. I throw big parties all the time. And like I said, my biggest win was from me not having any clients. I throw party,
Okay.
I do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't when I came in here, I didn't have one paying client. So as I said, coach, and I appreciate you, Rachel, I
Okay.
went from 0 clients to 8. That is, like I said, my biggest win. The party, I do that. I understand. I've been doing that before, but I'm just saying now my biggest win to me
Okay.
is
That's fair. That's
no
fair.
paying customers to 8 is a lot. And that's a big win besides what I done already.
Hey,
So,
show you right, man. Show you right.
yeah.
Hey, and you know what? And I think that when we talk about like just being able to get clients, um, going from 0 to 8 is most definitely a huge win, and especially if these are 8 loyal clients that's going to keep working with you because we're going to like the lifetime value of a customer. You see what I'm saying? And so if you got 8 people that's willing to work with you long term or and to keep using you, that 8 clients, it don't matter if all you got is 8. If they keep spending money with you and they keep spending more money, hey, we good. We happy.
Yes.
You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when people think like, and I learned this in sales, the easiest sale to get is the one that you already got. So a lot of people when they say they want new business, they try to keep going out there and hunting. But if you keep taking care of the clients that you have and you keep upselling them and making them spend more money, right? Like that's an easy sell. So shout out to you. Congrats to you.
Appreciate y'all.
And most definitely, you keep throwing those big parties. Next time, say, like, can I come? You know, can I go? I'll be on the spot too, getting content.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Thank you. Yes.
Michelle, can we hear your voice this time?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
I'm 3 questions behind.
It's okay. It's okay because you was with us in spirit.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So, what's your biggest win from the 10 weeks?
My biggest win is being focused on the goal. Coming in, I was concerned about content, and I actually was like, I'll post one day, then I wouldn't post. So I'll make a commitment to post, 3 times a week. And if I didn't do that, I would fall behind and give up. But throughout this process, I was confident of if I miss a day, get back up tomorrow, start again. So I was focused on the goal of making it happen.
Let's go. I love that. And that's really all you can do. That's really all you can do. And to be honest, when it comes to working out or content or building a habit, it's okay if you fall, just don't stay there.
Right.
So if you miss a day, hey man, we all human. You see what I'm saying? And to be real, sometimes when you wake up, you just good old fashioned plain out don't feel like it. To be real. But it's all about yesterday was yesterday, today is today. Let me get back on track and let me stack those days, right? Okay, Rissa, come on now.
My biggest win was getting me back. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't even know how far apart from me I had gone to, for real. And for somebody who's supposed to be talking about confidence, like, I really had lacked a lot of it. But I came out of this bad boy on top. You hear me? I got me a manufacturer. I got me a website. I am getting more comfortable with posting, but I'm not quite there yet. But I'm just cool with just getting up, being confident that I could just be me every day. And that's a win for me.
Ooh, man, I love that. I love that, man. Because guess what? What Cat Williams say, you got to be in tune with what? Your stuff. You see what I'm saying? It is about you. Whether it's the confidence or, having the energy to go build. You got to put you first, and I'm glad to hear that you're getting the confidence back because not only that the confidence show up through content, it shows up in the conversations we have with clients as well. So that is key. That is key. All right, so we're gonna do a quick check-in with Coach. Coach, how long we got before the commercial break?
You got a couple of seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, so check this out, y'all. We got a couple seconds before we get to the commercial break. I want to let everybody know it's been a lot of great feedback. I love the answers. And when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to take it up a notch. So y'all just get ready.
Woo.
All right.
Stop chasing all this nonsense. Stop chasing the currency. Chase the character. Build you up. Income comes from within. Oh, it gets more greater for you. I promise you. So stop chasing them and start chasing you. Three brothers, no filter.
Ooh, man, can we get a round of applause for that video?
Right.
Man, you know what's crazy? Whoever, I can't tell y'all who created that video, but whoever did that got some skills. Huh? You hear me? You heard me? I don't know who did it. But whoever did it got skills. So, yeah.
I'm going to say, I guarantee you I know who did it. But really, I do, if you don't mind me speaking a little bit too, I got to speak a little bit to the greatness of what Selah has going on with Three Brothers No Filter. So it's great individuals, and these brothers have and are bringing something new, but also necessary, the truth to the airways. So what I respect most about watching the show and watching the transformation is watching individuals who I know make a true conversation that is necessary for the growth in our communities. So if you guys are watching it, if you haven't watched it yet, get locked in. Go watch that Three Brothers No Filter.
I appreciate the plug, Coach. Yes, that's a radio show that I do with Life Coach Jeff and my brother Noble Content. We go live on YouTube every Monday at 6:30 Central. Three Brothers No Filter. That was our promo video that we did for marketing and to announce our project. So, Coach, thank you for letting that be the commercial. I know that was some super hot fire. So I told y'all we're gonna kick it up a notch. We didn't talked about the wins, we talked about the mindset. Now it's time to get to the truth. And we're going to talk about our failures. I know through these 10 weeks, it couldn't have been easy. And we all fell down at some point. So I want to talk about the failures and then what you guys did to overcome the failure. So we're going to start off with my favorite person, Rissa. I know I'm supposed to be being serious right now, but because y'all know I'm goofy. But Rissa.
That is so childish.
Hey, you know what, man? I know. So
I think my biggest fail was just my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I set out to do, when I did it, I accomplished it. You know what I'm saying? When I wanted to do my website, I did it. You know what I'm saying? When I actually went to the podcast and I spoke about my brand, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So I think my biggest failure was just doubting myself, for real. Because I could have did like way more, or I would have done it way more confidently had I not just been in my head.
So how did you get over that? How did you overcome, like, doubting yourself, being in your head, overcoming the failures? What did you do?
Oh, I can't hear you no more.
What did you do? What did you do to overcome?
You done play so much, I can't hear. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. We're gonna circle back. Okay. Shayna, what did you do? Like what failure did you have in these 10 weeks, and then how did you overcome it?
So I'm gonna say I didn't have any failures. There was a portion of the season where I fell off in the sense of I stopped posting as much on social media because I was focusing on passing the exam. But for me, the exam was so monumental in my design career that I just had to redirect my focus for a little bit. But it was all a win. I don't feel like. And then as soon as I passed the exam, I got, put my license with Keller Williams. I got right back on posting, and now I've merged the two together. So that time was just a little quiet space that I needed to redirect my focus and rebuild. So I don't think it was a failure.
So first off, can we clap it up? Anytime anybody pass an exam, get any kind of certificates, man, listen, you ever watch the show, the Monsters, that old show? With Herman Munster, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
His shoes that he had on them big old boats. Girl, you just big stepping out here, girl. You stomping on everything.
Let me tell you, I feel it. I feel like it. And I took the exam 4 times. I took the exam 4 times over the course of 4 years. So for me to pass this, and it really just put me right where I knew I was supposed to be all along, that's a win.
That is a win. And so congratulations. And I love to hear that. And sometimes you're right. Sometimes it's not necessarily a failure. We might go through some hard times or some challenging times, even though you weren't posting, but you kept your eye on the prize. You know what I mean? And so the fact that you passed your exams and you merging everything together, you came out on top. So
Absolutely.
shout out.
Thank you. Because I picked right back up where I left off. Like, okay, now it's the Keller Williams, but now it's also a Stiletto Decor is with Keller Williams, and this is what we're doing. Now we're a whole package. So yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna share this with you guys in case people might not feel okay to open up and share. I always like to share my failures. One of my biggest failures for season 1 was I missed the boat on some money. So for my content classes, I had a website that was designed so I could get RSVPs and send out reminders and stuff like that. And before I did my presentation, my website went down. So that thing took a crap. Then I get on the presentation and I'm talking about I burnt some people. I was throwing so much fire around, man. People need a hospital visits, right? And then when I couldn't put a link in my show, like when I was done with the presentation, I couldn't funnel them to the website to sign up for my next class. And then it took me about 2 days to get it up. So then when I was actually able to send out stuff to get people to pay, I had only got a small percentage of the people that was actually on. When if I would have asked them, coach was there. If I would have asked right then and there and showed people the offer, man, I probably could have made 2-3 times what I made on the season. But guess what? These things happen, and I learned from them. And so I want to let y'all know that like it's a part of the process. And then guess what? If you're not failing and learning from your failures, then you're actually not even trying. So
and I want to talk a little bit, speak a little bit to that event that I was at. So afterwards, I gave Selah feedback on his presentation, and the only thing I said was, all you had to do is tell them to pay with whatever paying method you had. He had the paying method. Now, the reason why I want to speak on it is because he was using the website because he wanted to pay. He did not want to pay the service fees that went along with his Stripe and all the other payment gateways. All I told him is that right now we missed out on thousands of dollars for a couple of pennies. So it was a proverbial stepping over pennies.
mm-hmm.
I mean, stepping over dollars to get to pennies.
Yeah.
So it's making sure at the end of the day, guys, when you are faced with a challenge, determine if you're going to step over a dollar to get to a penny, or can you right now close that dollar and then bring some more pennies? So it was that moment when I saw him, and I wish we had been off mute. He had us all muted because I would have had like, hey guys, you can go ahead and pay here. But I mean, but I mean, because he had people on there, he had at least 40, 50 people on that live that would have paid right then and there because they were asking questions, they were engaged. So it's understanding, making sure that have a plan to your backup plan, and be ready to pivot quickly.
That's right.
Yeah. Talk it, coach, because I messed up. All right.
Not really. Money's always going to come back your way. Money's energy. You're going to always get it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I wish I would have had it then. that moment. All right, Michelle, where we at? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. I would say my biggest failure was not putting myself out as much as I should have, taking opportunities of every, live that I went on where I just sat back in the background, or every podcast. I didn't say as much as I wanted to. I would get off podcasts like, I should have said this. So my failure was not presenting myself as well as I should have.
Okay, I'm gonna step in same way Coach stepped in for me. I'm gonna step in for you. The reason I'm gonna say this is like we are our own worst critics, right? Mm-hmm. And to a lot of times we all miss opportunities where we should have presented ourselves a certain way. But the only reason that you're aware now is because you studied the film, mm-hmm. right? So when you go on these podcasts and do all these things, when people ask, how do I teach and break things down, is because I sucked at first. I didn't present myself as well as I should at first, and then I go back to rewatch it. And so sometimes if you're not used to that situation or being in that environment, you're going to take a L in certain areas, right? Like the first time I went on a podcast, I sound like I had a speech impediment. They ain't even post the episode. So I just want to let you know, learning is okay. Okay. And as long as you're aware and you're making the strives to correct them, that's the only thing that you can do. And then take the information that you got from getting better and then move forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. We ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect. All right, Miss Mina, any failures?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think we all hit some failures. I would have to say probably my biggest failure was just not being as motivated as I should a lot of times, missing out on stuff, just being lazy. When you're lazy with your business, you get lazy results. You know what I mean? So I think that that's one of the things, and I just learned from that. Like, don't do that. Don't be lazy with yourself. Don't be lazy with the business. And the changes that I made over the weeks is just like getting to it.
Yeah, and I love the honesty because I have days like that too. I have me some lazy days, and I want to let y'all know, man, like these things, they come. Some days we're just not as motivated as we should. But this is why you fall back on the discipline to do things even though you don't feel like it. And I want to clap it up for you for just honestly just being open and saying it, because yeah, straight up, because that's not an easy thing to say. And that L word hurt. That I was being lazy hurts. Don't nobody like saying it, but it's your truth. And now, since we speak it, we can't play fool, right? So when we speak the truth, now we know, like in that moment, all right, man, I'm being lazy. I got to get to it. It's all about self-awareness. So, man, big ups to you for just being honest, being vulnerable. We all gonna have some days where we don't feel like it. All right, so we're gonna shift gears just a little bit, because this is a CEO mastermind, right? And in a mastermind, we are supposed to be networking, but we're also supposed to be learning. So, CEOs, I want you guys to tell me, who did you learn from the most in this CEO mastermind, and please share what you learned. So I'm not going to start off with Rissa right now. We're gonna stay right on Miss Mina. I'm gonna bring you back up to the front. Who did you learn most from the
Okay, man. Let me see.
Oh, hold on 1 second. We can't see you, Mina.
Yeah, we can't see you. We can't see you, Mina.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can't see you.
Okay.
Tell her, coach. We can hear you.
So I would have to say.
Pause a second.
Come on back to her.
Come on back to her.
Okay. All right. We're gonna come. We're gonna circle back. I remember the keyword guest host. So I gotta do what coach tell me. All right. So Miss Michelle, who did you learn from the most on the mastermind, and why?
Can I pick the coach, or I have to pick another CEO?
No, pick a CEO. We all know coach be spilling the game out her pores. That's cheating. She done found a loophole to the question.
Okay. I would probably have to say Shayna, only because her confidence in her pitch, her confidence in her drive. I mean, everything was just like on point. And so, I mean, it's like another level to this game, the way she presented it. So I would have to say Shayna.
Come on, Shayna.
Yeah. And I want to say this before I ask other CEOs, because I want to get through this question. But I think the biggest problem that we have in a lot of masterminds is that people, they don't understand that you are in this 10 weeks with people that are experts in the area. So even if you're not learning from somebody's expertise, you should be learning skills and different things from other people to add to your own arsenal, right? So the same way that you picked up confidence, somebody might pick something up from you. Somebody might pick something up from Rissa. You supposed to leave not only growing your business and not only with connections, but with other skills that you learn from being around other people as well. So, man, shout out. All right, so we gonna alley-oop it to Shayna. Shayna, who was the person that you learned from the most, and what did you learn from that person?
Well, I learned a little bit from everybody. This was actually a really great season. I was on season 2 last year, and it was great. It was all new beginners, but this one was different. But I would say if I have to choose one, I'm gonna say, and thank you, Michelle, for that. That really touched my heart. I would say Rissa. Watching her from the very first episodes of who she is now, like that confidence, and just believing in yourself and that brand, like it was encouraging and it was motivating, because you can, get discouraged, throughout the process. And, Rissa has just literally been a complete, from what I know, I know that's her mommy. They may know her behind the scenes, but like watching her from season 1 to now, it's like, dang, like she really, she believed in herself. She promoted her brand, and she got like an extra period on top of, what I'm saying? Like
always,
always, she went from very quiet to like, bam, like I'm here. Confidence overcomes other people always, other problems always, how it go. And so I appreciate that. Like she's very inspiring to watch.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Let's give a round of applause for that, man. I love to hear that. That's amazing. All right. Come on, Rissa. Talk to me.
All right, she gonna have to come back in too.
All right, do we got is Sharice still on?
Nope, she got. I don't know what happened with them.
Okay, what about Mina? Is Mina still here?
No, she's trying to get back in as well. Hold on, let's get Rissa in. Boom, got Rissa.
Okay, my bad, y'all. Every time somebody move, I can't hear nothing. It just go completely silent.
It's all good. It's all good. So, who did you learn from the most on this season, and what did you learn from them?
I learned a lot from everybody, if I'm being honest. But I think the person that I learned the most from, okay, well, it's two people for two different reasons.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, so the first person was Latanya, and Latanya, I learned a lot from her because Latanya, me and Latanya was kind of going through some of the same stuff, but I really did like how Latanya was like overcoming it. You know what I'm saying? Like she was really like putting her best foot forward, and I really, really like admired that. You know what I'm saying? And it also reminded me too, like even though like, cause I don't know for sure, but I think I'm the youngest in my season, so it did remind me like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to not be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one point in time where like I was just really freaking out. Like I don't think I'm able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Latanya came in and said she was feeling the same way. You know what I'm saying? But she also talked about like how she was able to like pivot from that. You know what I'm saying? And then also I learned a lot from Shayna. And I learned a lot from Shayna. One, because Shayna is always really positive, and I think that that's really important because it was a lot of things. Like I didn't never know Shayna was failing that class. You know what I'm saying? I never know she failed the test. I never knew that she was, you know what I'm saying, struggling in no type of area. You know what I'm saying? And I think for me, for a person who always like stop in the middle of whatever they got going on, you know what I'm saying? I think that's really, really admirable for her to not only pass the test, take the time out she needed to pass the test. You know what I'm saying? But she's now in a position where she can package what, you know what I'm saying, both of her, not only her license, but now her interior decor business, which puts her at a one more step, you know what I'm saying, one more step ahead. And I think that is like inspiring to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always the one like, if I would have failed that test 2 times, I wouldn't even been able to tell y'all I would have had my broker's license because that just would have been the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, all right, well, guess it ain't just meant for me. You feel me? But the fact that she, you know what I'm saying, went back and did it, you know what I'm saying, passed it, and now she's able to move forward in the direction that she wants to go, I really, really admire that. So I learned a lot from both of them.
Man, shout out, man. I love to hear that. And you know, it's again, yep, thank you, coach. Having to get those key moments and key takeaways from each person, because what it is when you bring a lot of different people from different backgrounds into one environment, some of that stuff should be rubbing off on each other. Like, man, you can get around a person, and now check this out, Rissa, you're yourself, but now you done got Shayna's determination. You see what I'm saying? You yourself, but then you got Miss Mina's hustle in you too. We should be literally taking key pieces away from other people and putting it into our arsenal. And again, man, shout out to you, Shayna. That test was a bully. And you just said, hey, you not taking my lunch money no more. I'm done with it. Matter of fact, I'm about to hit you first. What's good with it? I don't even care about the suspension. Huh? You hear me?
I love that analogy. Very awesome analogy. Thank you.
Because, man, that test, to hear that you took it 4 times, you know, and I'm not a test taker. I get discouraged when it comes to these tests. Listen, I had a 2.7 GPA. I needed to sign a special waiver to pass to graduate high school. Like, I get it, but these are the things that when you come into a mastermind and you are able to share with other people, you never know what we going through. Like when we share what we going through, that's healing for somebody else, it's inspiration for somebody else, and you guys are supposed to share and help each other overcome these challenges. So shout out to y'all as a collective. I was waiting for Miss Mina to. I was trying to stall until she came back. Then she didn't left again. Coach, how are we doing on time with the show?
We are actually 5 minutes over.
Okay. All right.
But we're only 5 minutes over of our hour. We're not into the 2 hours like Latanya be saying. Okay. But Mina, she's jumping back in right now.
Okay, I was trying to stall to get it. Okay, Miss Mina, before you disappear again. All right. Before you disappear.
Can you hear?
Still can't hear.
Can you
We
hear
can
me?
hear you. So hold on. I'm gonna call and tell her what to do so she can be able to hear. So go ahead, Selah. I'm gonna tell her what she can do.
All right, so we got to keep this thing going until we get Miss Mina back on the line. Um, dang, you know, like what Coach said, we got to pivot. I wasn't prepared for this as a host, but
I got a pivot, and I shout out the Coopers. I love watching. So I'm a big like hopeless romantic, and I'm like all about the married life, even though I'm not married. And I love watching y'all week to week, like be in agreement, like how y'all watch. You know how y'all just play off of each other. Like if he not ready to talk, you gonna talk, and vice versa. I love the way y'all brand y'all business and everything. So I appreciate y'all
Thank
too.
you.
Watching y'all. I like watching married couples, so I can like know in my head how I'm supposed to be when my time comes. So.
Thank you.
I just want to piggyback. I am really proud of my parents. I have seen a lot of growth in my mom. Like my mom is like, I think that I probably get like the shyness from my mom for real, because like she really don't like talking and stuff like that. And so to like see us both like overcome that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's like really exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like I root for my parents all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I really be root for my mom because I know we alike in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? So to see us
yeah,
both really grow through this is really cool. But also to just watch my parents like, you know what I'm saying, find a footing in this marriage thing. Like I remember when they first started out like years ago in church. I
hey, you
remember
ain't got to
all the
say that many
times where people
years.
just was
She
not
ain't got
really
to
like
say that many.
receiving them and not really appreciating what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
remember all of that. You feel me? So to just see them like thrive and then people like really like listening and learning from them to see like where they came from. Like I remember like little bits and pieces, and you don't really know what they mean as a kid, for real. You don't really know what's going on as a kid, but like as an adult, like it, some of the pieces of the puzzle be coming together. Like it'd be like, oh, that's why that was going on, or oh, that's why that was going on. To see like what that was and where they are now. You know what I'm saying? To be able to actually teach it, like I really am proud of my parents, for real.
Thank you.
congratulations, man. And I just want to say because I don't know if you
I'm
had
proud of
heard me
all of us
listen.
too, though.
You had said too many of the years. You said years.
Right.
Man, I
Right.
almost fell on my chair when you had said. I remember when they were married or something. Years. I just thought that was pretty funny, man.
Wait.
Yeah, but man, shout out to the marriage thing.
Thank
Um,
you.
absolutely. Okay, Miss Mina, do we got you? Can you hear?
She's gonna need a second delay. It's gonna be a 1 second delay. Take yourself off mute. It's gonna be a 1 second delay.
Here I am. Yes, I can hear
Take
you.
yourself off mute.
All right, so Miss Mina, we getting ready to wrap up the show. I need you to take us home, girl. Take us home. Who did you learn from the most on the CEO Mastermind season 3, and why?
Okay. This is so odd, and I'm so sorry about the delay, but I heard the question. I would say I learned the most, and I had a chance to think about it because I heard the question before my phone went out. And I don't know, it's kind of a tie. I want to say I learned so much from Shayna. Like, I don't think she knows how much I really love watching Shayna. I always have loved from the beginning that she was like, I got to do this because I'm not going back to work. And that kind of is my whole mentality really with everything, because I also left my 9 to 5. I don't work a regular job. This is my job. This is my business. This is all I got. So I really love that. And I learned a lot from Shayna. Even when I was like, you charging how much? And I was like, Rachel, we got to get up to get people to pay her more. And just to watch just the elevation on everything. So I would have to say Shayna, but I also have to say Natalie. Miss Natalie Murphy, she's not on here, but I learned a lot from her, just her mannerism and just the way that she moved with her business. And I just love grace in women. And she's just graceful with her business, and she's out here doing it. just everything about her is just so amazing, and I love to see things like that. So I think that I learned a lot from her, and I'm so glad that you asked this question, because I don't think we'll ever have the opportunity to tell them, the things that we learned. And I'm gonna have to watch the show back and see who else somebody learned something from, because I couldn't
Girl,
hear
my
nothing.
DM's
But
not broke.
definitely Shayna and Miss Natalie. So they the ones for me. Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
that's what's up. You got to remember, Rissa, her thing is delayed, but we heard you. Miss Mina, she said her DMs ain't broke. Listen,
So I love that part. I love that part.
So listen, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up. I know y'all don't want to go, and I know y'all gonna miss each other. And but again, man, congratulations to season 3 of the CEO Mastermind. But before we go, I wanna do something special. If Coach, if you don't mind, just unmuting all the CEOs, please, with the click of a button. With the click of a button. Or can everybody unmute themselves? Everybody be
Everyone is
unmuted.
unmuted except Mina.
Okay. So I think that for the show to end this off and do it the right way, we all have experienced growth and transformation from these 10 weeks. We followed our roadmap. We have overcame our challenges. We had Shayna beating up the bullies, right? But none of this would be possible if it wasn't for Coach Rachel L. Gary. Let's give it a big round of applause.
Yes.
Thank you, Sayla.
I was saving this for the end, and I know we went a little long.
Come on,
Technical difficulty.
Coach Rachel.
I got a question for you.
Coach Rachel.
Okay,
I muted her. Go ahead.
Coach. I got a question for you. Could you
Absolutely.
please?
What question you got?
Can
I'm
you
not
please
ready.
tell your CEO season 3 how proud of them you are and how much of an honor it was to work with these individuals?
First off, it is always my honor that each of you guys trust me with your business. If I could possibly, I want to do this one by one, everyone who's on and the ones who are not. I'm going to start with RZA. And the reason why I want to start with RZA, because to me, that was the person I saw the biggest transformation out of the whole mastermind. Because I was on the phone call before the mastermind on week 6 when I didn't think she was going to make it to the mastermind. And just to have a conversation with her and for her to hear me and to really want and really step into it. And that was the day that LaTanya had a very similar issue. And the funny part is I had talked to LaTanya earlier, so I knew she had a similar issue. It's seeing the transformation in you. And without a shadow of a doubt, with week 3, when I said that confidence has to come from you, by week 9, when she said always at the end of it, I was so proud of just that transformation, because it was not just how she said it. I mean, what she said, it was how it exuded from her. So I want to make sure I say that I am so proud of how you stepped into who you are already. Confidence overcomes all problems. What? Always. So Shayna, as without a shadow of doubt, I'm going from the bottom right now. Without the shadow of a doubt, I have seen Shayna go rogue. I am the most proud of Shayna for, even though that she went rogue focused. She was on a focused mission. So it wasn't rogue, because all I ask from every CEO is to be focused on your goal, a goal. When she laser focused, look what happened. So it's not just that, it's all the other projects that she has going on that she doesn't even put on Facebook. All of the things that are not even out there yet. She has so many great things coming that it's just amazing to watch the grace, the elevated pitch. Her pitch gets better and better every season. And it's just a miracle for me that I am blessed and honored to be working with her in any facet. And from the conversation we had at DAG to us today, I think that we are definitely seeing I mean, that I consider Shayna like a friend. I don't just consider her a mentee. So to me, I am honored to call her my friend. So
Oh, I love you too, Rachel.
for sure. I mean, I'm gonna go all the way to Richmond Park for Shayna. So, and have done so. So at the end of the day, I am so honored. Miss Michelle, I want to say this. Now, I'm going to tell you that even though I have not got my box, I want to say that first. I don't want nobody to think that's going to go away. But what I want to say is that I watched Miss Michelle when she first came on, and she looked skeptical week one, like, you don't know nothing you talking about. I hear you, but I don't hear you. That's how the look was. But for her to build the confidence, being confident in what I had to say, but not only confident in what I had to say, but confident in what she had to bring. So at first, Mr. Michael was the center of the conversation, but I'm going to tell her that week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, you were way more confident than Mr. Michael. And I mean, even though you weren't posting, but your confidence level on your conversation in the mastermind transformed. So I was so proud to see it. And every week when she like, I don't like to talk, but then boom. Now, if you ask her a picture about her business right now, she's gonna kill that. Right now, what is it you do, Miss Michelle?
I am the CEO of Couples Committed to Becoming One, and we help couples connect and refocus and line up with the Word of God, bringing them closer together.
Now, week 1, that'll never happen. So she first off, she would have told me no. Hey, let Mike do it. That's what she would have done. But it exudes differently. So I mean, I am so honored that I have had the privilege to watch that transformation. I want to talk about Miss Natalie and her poise. And I have to definitely repeat what Amina said about her poise and her way of getting the message across, but also stepping out of her comfort zone and not giving just one workshop, but giving 2 workshops to be able to reach her goal that she had for herself. That to me showed that she was willing to step out the box and still be poised, graceful, and take feedback from individuals during that time. That is what is about to be a CEO, knowing when to be in power and when to step back and just be silent and listen. That was amazing to see. LaTanya, now I want to say this without a shadow of a doubt. I watched LaTanya all season step against everything. LaTanya was a director at the company that she decided to part ways with by episode 2. So parting ways from that was a challenge. However, she stepped into it gracefully and embraced the mastermind. She embraced herself within it, changed her business name, had a very similar story as you, Selah, where she had to change her business name because the paperwork had gotten messed up. But when she changed it to reclaim, is when she really reclaimed the moment. So that is what I saw, that transformation. Guys, I was in this, Sharice, regardless of what Sharice will say, it was the biggest thing that I saw is her actually saying no to friends. Now, that's a hard thing when these are people who you've known for years, including myself. She was like, you got to sign that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said to me. Don't forget to sign that document. And to me, when she said that to me, I knew she meant business. And she was no longer handling business. That was the biggest thing that was going on, that she started handling business. I was so proud of a friend, and not just a friend. I felt that she had stepped into being a CEO. And that to me, that was the biggest thing. D Woods, even though D Woods had challenges, every single week she had something. However, when she still was running her business the whole time. D Woods actually made a lot of money during this season, not even being on the show most of the time. She
was at that party going crazy.
And she was at the party selling.
The streets was hitting.
So she never stopped doing her business, even though she wasn't in the mastermind. She still texted. She got a wholesale deal. She's done a lot of things in behind the scenes. So the 10-week plan for her continues on. So I was most proud of her for not stopping, even though she had some challenges that would have knocked some of people down. So I'm going to go last, but definitely not least. Amina, what I am the most proud of for Amina is that she's actually owning up to the things that she has not done well, but is stepping into doing them better. And to me, the part that is so critical is that when you admit there's a problem, you can solve the problem. When you're blind to situations or you don't want to admit things are wrong, it doesn't allow you to find success. So I am most proud of her for stepping into being a CEO by stepping through an obstacle and rising up to the challenge. So CEOs, now I'm not done. Selah, I want to say this. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am so proud of the things that you're doing. I have seen your Facebook account go from 300 something followers to now 12,000 followers. I have seen your brand escalate. I have even at this point offered Selah a partnership within the Say I'm Possible Academy, not only as a coach, but as a full partner in the growth of the brand. Not because him being a mastermind, because he shows up. And when you show up, it is seen, heard, and recognized. So Selah, I say this, each and every time that I see a video, I'm watching it to like. I don't just randomly like the videos. I watch the videos, I look at the content, and I hear the information that you provide. I am so honored that as your coach and also as your mentee, I listen to the advice you give, and I take those opportunities to grow my brand successfully. And with your help, I know the Say I'm Possible Academy will grow further. So CEOs, what am I most proud of? Each and every one of you stepping into being a CEO of your life. I want to take the moment just to honor that CEO, because that's what it was. The CEO is all about community and all about getting the opportunity to step through the challenges and then into you. Thank you guys for stepping up. Thank you guys for taking this seriously. And thank you guys for taking it literally that you are ready to be the CEOs of your life. Hey, Mr. Mike, I see you just jumped in over there. You're going to slide in on the side over there.
Well, guys, thank you again so much. Thank you for believing in Coach Rachel, and I appreciate you guys for showing up to the season 3 reunion. Give one more big round of applause for yourselves. Congratulations, you made it through 10 weeks. So I'm going to need you guys to, send people Coach Rachel way for anybody that knows that somebody wants to be in the CEO Mastermind. Make sure you guys talk about the book, #Property 6 Figures. Make sure you guys help Coach Rachel promote her next book, Freedom Has GPS. And with that being said, good night. Congratulations, everybody. God bless.
Hold on. Wait. We don't leave like that. Come on. What did happen? What did happen?
Fumbled the bag. All
right. So we're gonna keep that in there. But guys, until next time, when you will see these CEOs doing great things, do not forget to follow their pages. Do not forget to check out their products, because you always want to say when to buy in a community, you have a community of great individuals who have great products just for you. And until next time, CEOs, no matter where I am or where they are, I want you guys to be successful, being the best version of you, and be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.